AITA for leaving my fiancé birthday after my stepdaughter's prank?
So, I got recently engaged to my fiancé Michael. We don't live together but we agreed to move together soon. He has a 16-year-old daughter. I gotta be honest, she seems quite stubborn and her own dad struggles to get her to listen. I'm not close with her, which is something I know I need to work on, and I owe my best. However, her pranks make it difficult for me to maintain a good relationship with her. She loves to prank and her prank can be a lot sometimes, though there's sometimes some humor there. I tried to laugh it off every time she'd prank me, but it's gotten too much lately. My final straw was on her dad's birthday. I came to spend the day and have celebratory dinner. My future in-laws and relatives came as well. All went well until dinner. We were about to have dinner and once we walked into the dining table, I was stunned to see my underwear hanging on a hanger in the corner.
My stepdaughter looked at me, smiled and said, "Have you forgot these last time you visited, and I didn't want you to forget them again, so I hung them here." I was absolutely astonished, speechless even. Michael was shocked and my in-laws and other guests including Michael's friends were staring at me in awkward silence. I felt so humiliated, especially when some of the men laughed. Next thing I knew, I yelled at her and was grabbing my stuff about to leave, and Michael and his daughter telling me to calm down, it was just a prank. I left immediately and turned my phone off. Miville left many texts and voice messages calling me hypersensitive and claiming I ruined his birthday by walking out over a prank. We argued later and he said his daughter is a teenager and it's what they do, so my reaction was over the top and ruined the birthday for him and his family. I haven't spoken to him in days and he's expecting I visit to apologize for walking out and also yelling at his daughter.
AITA? Did I overreact? Oh dear NTA, but is this the life you want? Cause this is what you are going to get. Mean stunts directed towards you in the name of pranks. Please don't marry into this family. Your fiancé will never have your back based on what you said here.
NTA. Most teenagers do not pull pranks like that against an adult with whom they are not close. And it's a horribly mean and humiliating thing to do to someone, no matter what your relationship is like. She is trying to get you out of her dad's life. I'd oblige her. And I'd tell her dad that you aren't willing to subject yourself to years of being embarrassed and having your feelings hurt with his approval, which is exactly what is happening when he excuses her actions because she's just a teenager.
She's not a prankster. She's a bully. And he's enabling her. Rethink this relationship. She isn't worth the effort. NTA. You reacted too late.
NTA, and I would call off the engagement. This is not working. At least do not move in with him.
This is what your life will be. The daughter treating you poorly and her father telling you you're overreacting. No, just no. Putting someone's underwear on display at a family gathering isn't appropriate. And your dude should have responded so. That he's blaming you tells me everything I need. DTMFAEMO. NTA. And do not apologize. Ever. For responding as you have. NTA. This prank seems extremely unfunny. What you should have done though was shrug and say, "It's not mine." And stare at your fiancé questioningly. NTA. You deserve to receive an apology from the rude, thoughtless teen who put your underwear on display. This was not a prank. This was a humiliation. She did this to humiliate you in front of everyone. And your fiancé thinks you are the rude one. Really? Where do you think she learned that it is okay to disrespect and humiliate others? And no one at that table stood up and said this is wrong? Do you really want to spend the rest of your life with these people? Waiting for the next humiliation that everyone laughs at? You deserve better. In hindsight, at the first couple of pranks that crossed the line, you should have explained that pranks are only funny when they don't seek to humiliate people. Obviously her father doesn't understand the difference between a funny and a humiliation. Leave him ASAP. He doesn't respect you. NTA. I'm so sick of people playing pranks at someone else's expense and then acting all high-end. Mighty when the victim of the prank doesn't find it funny. Your fiance and daughter are hiding behind the guise of a prank, instead of what it really was, which was an attempt to embarrass you, disrespect you, and get a laugh at your expense. They both owe you an apology, and there needs to be firm boundaries set that you will not tolerate any pranks of any kind. NTA. Michael was shocked, and my in-laws and other guests, including Michael's friends, were staring at me in awkward silence. I felt so humiliated, especially when some of the men laughed. You, ornery guarantee 625. If a 16-year-old did this to me, I'd go ballistic. This prank was firmly intended to embarrass you, which it didn't. Your fiancé blamed you for being embarrassed. I'd rethink moving forward with your relationship with him. The awkward silence says everything. NTA. When someone expresses they don't like pranks and then the pranks continue, that's when it becomes abuse. I am sorry, but you should seriously reconsider your relationship with Michael. He needs to fix things with his daughter before he can even think about adding someone else. NTA. Dump him or just continue to ghost him. He knows what he did, and he deserves to be alone, since no woman with any self-respect will stay with a man who lets his daughter bully them so badly. NTA. Humiliation isn't a prank. Don't apologize. And maybe rethink the kind of life you want. Because if you marry him, you will be tied to this girl for as long as your marriage lasts. Dad is enabling some really poor behavior. The natural reaction to a prank made in such poor taste is to remove yourself from the situation, which you did. Michael enabled this behavior and is excusing it. Michael ruined his own birthday. Honestly, the worst part is this daughter is probably going to struggle to have meaningful relationships in her life when she decides to constantly teach her friends that you literally can never trust her. NTA. Don't enable the "it's just a prank, bro" bullies. NTA. Double exclamation mark. She's 16 and she knew exactly what she was doing. Double exclamation mark.
Oh my god, leave him.
NTA. Pranks are bullying unless everyone finds them funny. Being humiliated in public is rarely funny. NTA. Humiliated you and you get blamed for ruining the party and are expected to apologize. That's messed up. NTA. So you are expected to apologize for the stepdaughter hanging up your underwear up at the dining table? I would reconsider marrying this guy. His daughter is a bully and he's okay with it. She's going to get way worse once you move in. NTA. If I were you, I would think twice before marrying him. And they have to apologize. Does she prank other people just as often? Or does she target you specifically? If it's the latter, she might be trying to ruin your relationship with her father and drive you away. I've seen stories of teenaged stepkids doing this when they don't like the new stepmother, father, for whatever reason. Either way, NTA. Pranks are only funny if all parties involved think so. This was bullying and humiliation. Plain and simple.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.